So you want to get serious about PCVR gaming, probably want to get into Microsoft Flight Simulator or racing sims or yeah, more deep gaming like Skyrim and so on and so forth. So I've recently told you a lot about the Pimax Crystal Light, the upcoming high-end PCVR gaming headset that is actually starting at only $699. Very exciting, and if you want to learn more about this headset, then check out this video or any of my last videos. Very, very cool and exciting headset. But in this video, I want to let you know what are the alternatives for the Pimax Crystal Light. If probably this kind of form factor is too bulky for you, probably you want something smaller, or for any other reasons you don't want to buy a Pimax headset. Well, absolutely stay tuned, because in this video I'm going to let you know which PCVR capable headset I can recommend to you. So absolutely stay tuned, watch the whole video, because all of this goodness is coming up. I'm glad that you're back on the channel. My name is Sebastian, and if you are excited about VR, then absolutely subscribe to this channel and click on the bell button so that you don't miss any of our upcoming videos, because here you get independent reviews and all the latest news. So let's get into it. You want to get more serious about PC VR and you don't want to spend more than $1,000. Let's see what we got. So first of all, let's say you already have base stations. You have the Valve Lighthouse base stations and you already have controllers. In this case, if you don't want to go for the Pimax Crystal Light, I would say go for the Big Screen Beyond, the world's smallest VR headset. It is truly stunning and it's going to set you back $999. Again, you need base stations and controllers. This, if you don't have them, it's going to set you back another $600. So that's something that you have to keep in mind. Other than that, this is a really cool headset. Micro OLED displays, 2560 by 2560 pixels, so not quite as high as the Pimax Crystal Light, but it does still look great in VR. And what this has, micro OLED as I said, and well, this will help you to get the perfect blacks. So even in dark scenes, this is going to look better than the local dimming of the Pimax Crystal Light. And if you love horror games, if you love to do night races or fly in the night, then this is going to be great. But the biggest advantage of the Big Screen Beyond as compared to the Pimax Crystal is simply the form factor, right? So with the Pimax Crystal, you simply have quite a bulky headset, right? So let me show you this again. This is still big, and well, if you move your head like this, you will feel inertia. So you're not going to have that with the Big Screen Beyond, simply because the form factor is so small. So this indeed is one of my favorite headsets, and the great thing, this also has the DisplayPort cable. So also you do have these uncompressed pure nice images which simply look better than having a compressed image. If you want to know more about the Big Screen Beyond, simply check out my full review here. And other than that, actually there are not many DisplayPort headsets left, which is crazy, and that's why I'm so happy that the Pimax Crystal Light is going to come out at this price point. So other than that, what I can recommend you for PC VR gaming are then standalone headsets that don't have this DisplayPort, right? So it still looks good, but it's still not as good as DisplayPort headsets. Anyways, so what can I then recommend to you? Of course, I can recommend to you the Quest 3. The Quest 3 is an amazing headset. It's like an all-around great headset, which will set you back around $500, and the value that you're getting for that money is crazy. You can play all of the standalone games in the Meta Store, and they have quite a lot, and also good games, right? The games in standalone are not just pure little mobile games anymore. They also have games like Asgard's Wrath 2, for example, and Assassin's Creed, and many, many other really nice games. But you can also use it for PCVR gaming, right? So you're going to use that wirelessly. It is already built in, and that looks good. It does look good, right? So it's not like it's unusable for PCVR. But again, if you want to have an uncompressed image quality, right, without color banding and all these little things that make the picture not perfect, then you still need to go for a DisplayPort cabled headset. But still, for the beginning, I can still recommend the Quest 3 for sure. It's a beautiful all-around headset. If you are in Europe though, and it's really only about PCVR gaming for you, then I can also recommend to you the Pico 4. The Pico 4, just like the Quest 3, is a standalone headset, so you can play games without a gaming PC, and Pico also has quite a good store with lots of games. Not as many as Quest, but, well, you want to play PCVR. And if it comes to PCVR streaming, actually, I prefer the Pico 4 over the Quest 3 because the FOV is a bit bigger, and most importantly, the binocular overlap is so much better than of the Quest 3. So the area that both eyes see at the same time, which makes for a great 3D vision and more immersion. And in Europe, you can get the Pico 4 for under 400 euro. And again, the PC streaming, in my personal opinion, is even better than on the Quest 3. So what about other headsets? What about the Vario Aero? Well, the Vario Aero was also a really good headset, also DisplayPort cable, but unfortunately you cannot get it at Vario anymore. You can now only get the Vario XR4, which is like thousands of euros and dollars, and it's not really made for us consumers, so therefore I can recommend it. If you want to spend more than $1,000, there's another interesting option that is coming up, and that is the Somnium VR1, which is starting at 1,899 euro. Very cool design, in my opinion. This is also a PCVR headset that needs base stations though. So for this, you also need base stations and controllers, which will set you back another 600 euros. This also has a very high resolution, just like the Pimax Crystal Light and the original Pimax Crystal with 2880 by 2880 pixels, but this headset has a wider field of view. So this has horizontal 125 degrees as compared to the Pimax Crystal, which has around 103 degrees for my eyes. So for those who want to spend a bit more, you can look at the Somnium VR1. It's not out yet, but you can reserve your spot. And the interesting thing about this headset is that it's completely made in the EU. So if you feel like you don't want any kind of devices which are made in China, which basically everything is made in China these days, you could wait for the Somnium VR1. So there you have it. These are, in my opinion, the alternatives to the Pimax Crystal Light should you not want to get this headset here for $699. Yeah, I simply think there should always be alternatives, and good thing is there are. Yeah, so if you want to be updated about all these headsets, if you want independent VR reviews, you can get it here at MRTV. So if you haven't done so yet, absolutely subscribe to this channel here and click on the bell button so that you won't miss any of our upcoming videos and reviews. For example, the one here about the Crystal Light, and of course also all the other headsets that will be coming up. It's going to be an exciting year, 2024. So much I can promise you, and there might be probably some surprises coming up. Who knows? All right, enough of the teasing. That's everything that I got for today. I look forward to see you in the next one. Until then, bye-bye.